What is up, guys? ChrisMitch482 here, and welcome to another Xenoverse discussion video today. Today, we are going to be talking about the roster for Xenoverse. So, the main reason why I'm doing this is because somebody else had come in for this about a week ago, and I thought this was a fantastic topic to talk about, and I haven't actually seen many YouTubers talk about it in a regular video. I've seen people talk about it, but not as a main priority of a video. So, I'm going to be giving you guys my reason of, like, how many characters are going to be in it, and if it's a good idea to have a low amount of characters or a high amount of characters, meaning should we have a lot of characters or not as many characters. Now, first off, we already know that there are currently over 70 characters in the game. In the live stream that was Thursday, if you guys want, I'll put the link down there again. I'm going to be having a couple links down there if you guys want to check out some things that I'll be talking about in this video. They'll be in the description. But the live stream from Bandai Namco, they told us that there are currently over 70 players in the game, or characters. Now, that's a lot. I believe in Ultimate Tenkaichi there was only about maybe 50 or so, and I know Battle of Z didn't have many either. Like, it had a lot, but, you know, not as many as I believe we're going to get with this game. Now, my overall thought is I believe there will be exactly 126 characters. Now, why do I believe this? Well, first off, because there's 70 characters in the game already, and there's going to be over that, as I've mentioned, there will be over 70. We don't have an exact number yet, but I feel it's going to be somewhere in the hundreds area. I mean, I don't think we're going to get, like, 160 characters. No, I don't think so. But I think we're going to get at least 126. Main reason being is because there are 2 Frieza soldiers in the game that are both separate characters. So if they're in the game, they've got to have everybody else. I mean, there's obviously going to be some movie characters as well. Like, if you guys have seen on Chaos Punishment's channel, he actually found the recordings of the quotes from some of the mentors. And some of the mentors included Super Janemba and Broly, which are from the movies. Now, there are obviously going to be movie characters in the game. Since those 2 are in it, they may be it, but I feel there's going to be a lot more since there's over 70 characters. I feel like they're going to be including a lot of characters like Turles, maybe Bojack, and I don't know who else would be a good character. Maybe Tapion. I mean, there's a lot of good characters you could put in there from movies and stuff and specials and everything. In all honesty, Bandai Namco, if you're listening, please give me a Super Saiyan Broly. I mean, not Broly, Bardock. If you can give me Super Saiyan Bardock, that would be amazing, and you would make this Dragon Ball fan really happy, because, you know, as Bardock's my favorite, and if you could give me Bardock Super Saiyan, that would be amazing. But, you know, anyway, other than that, I mean, we're going to be getting a lot of characters. So I really don't have any doubt in my mind that we're going to be getting a bunch of characters. Another thing that I did also notice is that when they were playing, they had 3 versions of Frieza. There was first form, which is his, you know, regular state. Then they had his, I believe, his final form. Yeah, they had his final form. And then they had his 100% power form, which is, so they didn't have the second and third form. Meaning that, I'm guessing when you play as the first version, you could transform to 2 or 3. And then when you're, because they're all separate characters. Regular Frieza is a separate character. Final Form Frieza is a separate character. And 100% Power is another separate Frieza character. So I believe that for the first Frieza, which is the regular, we'll have the second and third form as a transformation, possibly. The final form will, you know, have attacks, and the final power, full power Frieza will have his own attacks. So that's going to be pretty interesting to see how that works. I hope they don't do that for a lot of characters. Like, I feel like Broly, if they have Broly in the game and they have him in his regular form, I feel like it wouldn't be too hard to make him transform into his gigantic form. But you never know. They may not even implement his regular form, and they're just going to throw in the legendary Super Saiyan Broly when his Brolic form. So you never know. We might get, you know, regular Broly with his blue hair, or we might get, you know, just the regular old Broly that everybody knows and loves and somewhat hates because he's mad strong. But yeah, so other than that, I feel that it's just going to be a lot of characters. I still feel that movies are going to be implemented. I mean, we've already seen Battle of Gods being implemented with Beerus and Whis. They're going to be in the game that you can play as them, but I believe they're going to have some tie to the story. I'm thinking, actually, you know what? I'll have that in another discussion. I do plan on talking about Battle of Gods and stuff, so I'm going to leave that for another discussion. I'm going to leave it there. So you guys have to wait for another video. But yeah, so that's with that section. Now, the next question is it a good idea to have a lot of characters, or is it a bad idea to have, like, not as many? Now, in previous Dragon Ball Z games, we usually had a pretty decent amount of characters. In Budokai Tenkaichi 3, we had the biggest roster. I mean, holy crap, the roster was huge. We had characters from Dragon Ball, GT, and Dragon Ball Z. We had a bunch of characters. Now, we already know for a fact that there will not be currently any Dragon Ball characters. Because one of the main focuses of the game is they want characters that can fly. And even though Hercule can't fly, they're giving him a jetpack. So he can fly again, just like in Budokai Tenkaichi 3. Now, I was kind of upset about that because I wanted, like, maybe Kid Goku in the game or something like that. If you guys have seen the characters that I want in the game, you know, that was there. But it doesn't disappoint me too much to the point where I'm going to, like, cry in the corner about it. But, you know, I was hoping maybe we'd have, like, a couple Dragon Ball characters because that was what started off. And then from there, we went to Dragon Ball Z, and it's now what we know and love. But I feel that having a bigger roster is somewhat of a good thing. I mean, you know that they have the created characters now, where there's so many races that you could just choose from. Well, you know, there's 5, but you know what I mean. There's a lot of things you could do with them. And there's so much character customization with attacks and clothes and just everything. There's just so much customization that I feel like you'll be playing as the characters for most of the time. I mean, I have Ultimate Tenkaichi, and I usually only play as my custom created character. But for somebody who wants to do some special possible series with Xenoverse, if at all possible, I would like as many characters as possible. And I feel like even if they didn't have created characters, I still feel like it's a great idea to have as many characters as you can get. I mean, I know that's a little greedy. It sounds a little greedy, but I feel that a roster that has more characters will make more people pumped because, I mean, there's some characters that I like that usually aren't in Dragon Ball Z games, like Turles. I like Turles a lot. I love his finisher. You know, Super Saiyan Bardock, you know, bring that up again. But he was only in, I don't even think, he was only in Battle Z. I mean, there's just like characters that I want in there that like usually aren't in. But, you know, like they could somewhat, you know, make this roster really good. Because I'm not always going to play as my creative characters. I do like playing as other characters. I mean, as I mentioned, Ultimate Tenkaichi, I only play as my custom creative character because, well, that game isn't that great. But my character's OP as hell. But, you know, I like playing as Bardock, Gohan, Goku, Vegeta, freaking Frieza, Cell, Broly. You know, I like playing as all of them. So I feel like the more characters to implement, the more, I guess, happy people are going to be. And I also feel like this will also affect mentor mode because some people have been saying that whatever characters in the game will become mentors. Now, I believe not every character will be a mentor, but I feel like most of them will be. Probably half of the roster will be mentors. So hopefully that with the amount of characters that we get, we'll see what kind of mentors we'll be able to get. I mean, you never know. We can have Turles as a mentor, maybe. I don't know. Trying to think other special characters like Bardock, maybe Cooler. I mean, we don't know. They could be in there. We have no clue. They're just saving surprises for us. But I feel like at least half or maybe a quarter of the roster will be mentors, if you want to talk about that a little bit. The reason why I feel like a small roster... Now, I'm going to take both sides, saying that if we had a large roster, I feel like it would be bad, because once again, we do have a lot of creative character options. So a lot of people are playing as creative characters most of the time, so that's another thing that can also affect the roster standing. That's another reason why I think small rosters would also be a good idea, is because you'll be playing as a creative character a lot, so you won't really be playing as the DBZ characters. But I still feel like it would be bad to have a small roster, because I still feel that you really should have more characters in the game. I mean, I'm a huge Tekken fan, so, you know, I want characters in the game. I mean, you know, it's the same characters like every year, just like with Dragon Ball Z, but they add some new people every year. Like recently, they just announced Tekken 7 and this new girl named Lucky Chloe, I believe. I want to play as her. She looks amazing. So I hope that they will keep her from here on out, because there's some characters that they bring in just for like one series, but then if they're liked enough, they keep them. So hopefully she'll be in, because she looks like a really fun character to play as. Now, getting off of Tekken 7, because we're talking about Dragon Ball Xenoverse, I'm on the side where I feel a roster should be big. I don't know what you guys think, and this is why this is the discussion video, because I want to see what you guys think down below. So, we had two topics, what we talked about in this video. How big or how small the roster should or should not be. And we also talked about how many characters are in the game currently, and, you know, how that's going to affect the game and stuff. So, let me know what you guys think down below, and make sure to comment, because I want to know what you guys think. And, you know, leave me some topics to talk about. I always like talking, and I like doing these videos. I do plan on possibly doing a breakdown of the movie, which is coming out in Japan in, I believe, April, which is the new Battle of Gods, like, sequel movie. So I do plan on talking about that maybe in a week or so when I, you know, get time to do it. But other than that, I'm going to be continuously doing, you know, Xenoverse stuff and Dragon Ball Z. And there's going to be an update video probably next week or sometime this week, so make sure to look out for that. But anyway, guys, that is it. Hope you guys have liked this video already, because if you haven't, then you could do it now. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, you can do that as well. And if you have not hit me up on Twitter, you can follow me on Twitter. I post some weird crap. You should see what I posted last night. You'll laugh. Anyway, guys, that is it. Hope you have enjoyed this. This is CrazyMitch42, and I will see all of you guys in another video. Bye.